Risky Business is a 1983 film widely regarded as Tom Cruise's breakthrough film role. Welcome to my Tom Cruise film review series. So since the production of Mission Impossible 7 and Top Gun Maverick have been halted because of the ongoing pandemic, I thought it would be an appropriate time to talk about Tom Cruise's earlier films. Now, what a lot of people my age and younger tend to forget is that Tom Cruise has actually been around for a very long time. A lot of people only really think about him from the Mission Impossible series onwards, but actually he has been making films since the early 80s, and in my opinion, a lot of his earlier work in the 80s and early 90s, that is some of his best work. It is before he became the action hero stuntman that we know him today. Before Mission Impossible, he made a ton of really good films. It really shows that he's actually a really good actor. Tom Cruise is definitely in my top 3 favorite actors. He's one of those few actors that has been very consistent over the years. He's rarely had a misstep in almost 40 years. I can safely say that pretty much all of his films are at least okay. He's made some amazing films, he's made some really good ones, he's made some good ones, he's made okay ones. I can't think of a single film that is actually bad. It's very rare to get an actor that's actually that good. So I'm going to start this Tom Cruise series with Risky Business. As I said earlier, it's widely regarded as his breakthrough film role. It stars Tom Cruise as a high-achieving high school student from a rich family whose parents want him to go to Princeton University. He's in the process of applying to go to university, and his parents leave on a trip for a few days, and they leave him in the house by himself. And the film is basically about what he gets up to when his parents are not there. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but basically a ton of things go wrong for him, and he has to correct these things before his parents return. One of the things he gets up to is he calls over a prostitute on the first night, and the story is partly his relationship that develops with this prostitute. I first watched this film when I was a teenager, like it's a long time ago now, so I rewatched it recently, and it's one of those films where it's still funny today. It's kind of still modern today, even though it's almost 40 years ago now. A lot of other films have basically taken inspiration from this, specifically the American Pie series. And when you watch Risky Business, you can see how American Pie has taken stuff from Risky Business. Fun fact, the lady that plays the prostitute, Rebecca De Mornay, is the same lady that played Fincher's mom in American Reunion in 2012. I didn't realize it was the same person. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a very funny film, and Tom Cruise is really good in this film. You can see how this film really kick-started his career. He's really, really good in this film. He carries a lot of the film on his own as well. He really is the lead character in this film. Joe Pantoliano as well as the pimp. It's one of his earlier film roles as well. I really like him from the Bad Boys series and my favourite film of all time, Midnight Run. He's hilarious, and he's really good in this film as well. The performances are really good. The story is really good. There's some really good scenes, especially the scene where Tom Cruise's character has an interview for Princeton University, and where that scene takes place and how it happens, that is a really funny scene. This film's basically a comedy, coming-of-age teen film, especially if you're into the American Pie series, comedy films about teenagers and what funny stuff that teenagers do. This was one of the original films that did that, and Tom Cruise plays it perfectly. I'm going to give Risky Business an A. So in my next Tom Cruise film review, we're going to talk about what I think is one of his best films, Rain Man. Thanks for watching.